One day, football will stop. The stadiums will still be full. The Champions League anthem will still echo through Europe. Fans will still celebrate unforgettable goals. But one voice will slowly disappear. See you. For more than 2 decades, Cristiano Ronaldo has done what many believed was impossible. He didn't just break records, he made breaking records look normal. Every season, every trophy, every goal seemed to prove that age simply didn't apply to him. But even legends cannot outrun time forever. Today, Ronaldo is still scoring, still training harder than players half his age, and still carrying the expectations of millions. Yet one question follows him everywhere he goes. How much longer can he continue? This isn't the story of a footballer who suddenly became too old. It's the story of a boy from a small island who refused to accept limits, a man who built the greatest work ethic football has ever seen, and a champion whose final years may become just as inspiring as his greatest victories. Because the truth isn't that Cristiano Ronaldo has already retired. The truth is that football is witnessing the final chapter of one of the greatest careers the sport has ever known. And when that final whistle eventually comes, the game itself will never feel quite the same again. The beginning, long before the Ballon d'Or trophies, the packed stadiums, and the worldwide fame, Cristiano Ronaldo was simply a young boy growing up in Madeira, Portugal. His family had very little money. Life wasn't easy. His father worked long hours, his mother made enormous sacrifices, and football quickly became more than just a hobby. It became hope. While other children played for fun, Ronaldo played with a different purpose. He dreamed of escaping poverty. He dreamed of giving his family a better life. Most importantly, he dreamed of becoming the best football player in the world. People often think talent created Cristiano Ronaldo. Talent helped, but obsession built him. Every training session became another opportunity to improve. Every criticism became motivation. Every setback became fuel. When he left Madeira as a teenager to join Sporting CP's academy in Lisbon, he left behind everything familiar: his family, his friends, his home. He even struggled with loneliness during those early years. Many young players would have given up. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't. Instead, he trained harder than everyone around him. That decision would change football history forever. The truth about Cristiano Ronaldo's final years. Part 2: The Rise of a Legend. Everything changed in the summer of 2003. Sporting CP played a friendly match against Manchester United, and what happened that night would become one of football's greatest turning points. Cristiano Ronaldo was only a teenager, but he played with incredible confidence. He dribbled past experienced defenders, attacked with fearless determination, and refused to be intimidated by one of Europe's biggest clubs. When the final whistle blew, Manchester United's players reportedly told Sir Alex Ferguson the same thing: sign him. Ferguson listened. Just days later, Cristiano Ronaldo arrived at Old Trafford wearing the famous number 7 shirt, a number previously worn by legends like George Best, Eric Cantona, and David Beckham. It was more than just a shirt. It was a challenge. At first, Ronaldo wasn't the finished player the world knows today. He was exciting but inconsistent. His tricks entertained fans, yet critics often said he dribbled too much and didn't score enough goals. Many young players would have lost confidence. Cristiano Ronaldo responded in the only way he knew: he worked. While others went home after training, Ronaldo stayed behind. He practiced free kicks, shooting, sprinting, and strength training. Every weakness became another mission to improve. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't just develop Ronaldo's football skills. He helped shape his mentality. Over the next 6 years, Ronaldo transformed from a talented winger into one of the most complete footballers in history. Premier League titles, an FA Cup, League Cups, a UEFA Champions League trophy, and in 2008, his first Ballon d'Or. For many players, that would have been the greatest achievement of their career. For Cristiano Ronaldo, it was only the beginning. Then came the move that shocked the football world. Real Madrid. The biggest transfer in football history at that time. The pressure was enormous. Every goal would be analyzed. Every mistake would make headlines. Every match would be compared to the expectations of millions. But pressure never frightened Ronaldo. It motivated him. Season after season, he scored at a rate that seemed impossible. 40 goals, 50 goals, sometimes even more. The numbers stopped making sense. Then another extraordinary player arrived at his peak, Lionel Messi. Instead of weakening Ronaldo's determination, the rivalry pushed him to an even higher level. Every weekend became another chapter in football history. Messi would score. Ronaldo would answer. Messi would win a trophy. Ronaldo would fight for the next one. Their rivalry wasn't built on hatred. It was built on greatness. Together, they forced each other to become better than anyone thought possible. During those unforgettable years, Ronaldo helped Real Madrid achieve what many believed could never happen again. 4 UEFA Champions League titles in just 5 seasons. 3 of them in a row, a historic achievement that cemented Real Madrid's dominance in Europe. On the biggest nights, Ronaldo often became unstoppable. When the pressure reached its highest point, he usually delivered his best performance. That's why millions of fans still call him Mr. Champions League. His goals weren't just numbers. They changed finals. They rescued seasons. They created memories that football supporters will never forget. But while the world celebrated every trophy, something else was quietly happening. The calendar kept moving. The years kept passing. Football is one of the most demanding sports on earth. Every sprint, every jump, every tackle leaves a mark on the body. Even athletes with extraordinary discipline cannot escape time forever. Yet Ronaldo refused to accept that reality. He invested in recovery, nutrition, fitness, sleep, and training with an intensity rarely seen in professional sports. He turned his body into one of the greatest examples of athletic discipline. While many players slowed down in their early 30s, Ronaldo continued scoring against the world's best teams. He proved that age could be challenged, but he also knew something every great athlete eventually learns. No matter how hard you train, time never stops, and that realization would shape the final chapter of Cristiano Ronaldo's extraordinary career. After conquering England and Spain, Cristiano Ronaldo accepted a new challenge in Italy with Juventus. Many believed his best years were behind him. Once again, they were wrong. He continued scoring, won league titles, and proved that even in his mid-30s, he could still compete at the highest level. But football never stands still. New stars were rising, younger players were becoming faster, and every season demanded even more from a body that had already played more than 1,000 professional matches. Ronaldo later returned to Manchester United, hoping to relive old memories. Although he produced unforgettable moments, it became clear that football had changed. The club was rebuilding, expectations were enormous, and difficult moments eventually led to his departure. For many players, that could have been the end. For Cristiano Ronaldo, it became another beginning. His move to Al Nassr opened a new chapter, not just for his own career, but for football in Saudi Arabia. Suddenly, the eyes of the football world turned toward a league that had never received this level of global attention. Stadiums filled with fans, television audiences grew, and more world-class players followed. Ronaldo wasn't simply joining a new league, he was helping transform it. Even today, his hunger to score has never disappeared. He still trains with incredible discipline, still pushes himself every single day, and still refuses to lower his standards. That relentless mindset is the reason he has remained among football's elite for more than 2 decades. But even the greatest competitors understand one truth. Every career has a final chapter. Ronaldo himself has spoken about being in the last stage of his playing career and has suggested that the 2026 FIFA World Cup is expected to be his final World Cup. Those words reminded millions of fans that the countdown has already begun. The question is no longer whether Cristiano Ronaldo will leave football. The question is when. And when that day finally comes, it will mark the end of one of the greatest careers the sport has ever witnessed. His legacy will never be measured only by goals, trophies, or Ballon d'Or awards. It will be measured by the millions of children who started believing in impossible dreams because of him. By the players who trained harder after watching his dedication. By the fans who celebrated every siu as if it were their own victory. Cristiano Ronaldo showed the world that talent can open a door, but discipline, sacrifice, and relentless belief are what keep it open. One day, football will move on, new superstars will arrive, new records will be broken, but there will only ever be one Cristiano Ronaldo, a boy from the small island of Madeira, who dared to dream bigger than anyone else, a player who turned impossible expectations into ordinary achievements, a legend whose name will echo through football history long after his final match, because greatness doesn't end when the final whistle blows. Greatness becomes a legacy, and that is the truth about Cristiano Ronaldo's final years. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our next documentary.